Hello Scorpio, welcome to Andromeda Skies Tarot. I have your reading here for mid-April. So what is going on with Scorpio? What do they need to know? Alright Scorpio, we're starting off our reading here with the Devil in the reverse. Okay, so this is releasing some kind of unhealthy habit. Okay, we could be releasing ourselves from a toxic relationship, something that we felt bound to. This card can represent our desires and lust sometimes as well. So I have the Hangman in the reverse. This card talks about needing to gain a new perspective on something. Okay, in the reverse position, we've gained the perspective that we need and we're ready to take action. Okay, so maybe we have realized that we were involved in something here that was not healthy for us. Sometimes it can be like an addiction or something like that, or just a really toxic connection that we have with somebody. I have the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is usually a card that speaks of taking a leap of faith, having trust in the universe, being optimistic. Sometimes it can mean being a little naive. In the reverse position, we're being more careful and calculated. All right, we don't trust that things are going to turn out okay. This can also be hesitating, starting a new journey of some kind. I have the Tower in the reverse. Okay, so this is after some kind of major event has taken place, some kind of major change, might have been dramatic. In the reverse position, we're now ready to put the pieces back together. We're ready to rebuild. I have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, crossing reading. All right, so the separation that we may be going through with somebody else here, it could have been that they were lying to us. This can sometimes mean that they were cheating, something like that, being dishonest in some way, being sneaky, unfaithful. And it kind of, I feel like we lost our faith in them. See, with the Fool in the reverse, we lost our trust. And for many of you, that caused, our foundations to crumble. This can represent needing to kind of start from scratch to rebuild a connection and your trust in them. You may see somebody in a different light after some kind of behavior that they did. I have the Four of Swords in the reverse. This card talks about healing from heartbreak. It can also represent recovery in general, so recovering from a cold, flu, maybe a surgery or something like that. But oftentimes it's speaking of recovering from heartbreak. As you can see, the Three of Swords are now falling away from this person, and the Ace of Swords is above their head, giving them clarity. So I feel like you are seeing someone for who they really are. And unfortunately, for some of you, that person was very dishonest and went behind your back and did something distasteful. I have the World in the reverse. Okay, so when this card appears in a reading, sometimes it means that there's unfinished business between the two of you. Okay, like the story isn't over yet. This card can also represent travel or distance. In the reverse position, this can mean that somebody is desiring to close the distance between you, but this can also represent that there is some kind of block in travel. I have another card that can talk about distance and travel, and this card is also in the reverse. The Eight of Wands can also represent communication. So in the reverse position, this can mean that there's been miscommunication between you and this person. It could also mean that we have shut down communication with them. I have the Two of Cups. So this is union. And this is in our hopes and fears position. So I feel someone in this connection, Scorpio, is deeply desiring to rebuild and start from scratch. They want to come back into union here. I have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so when this card is in the reverse, sometimes it could mean that someone in the connection has lost those loving feelings. And a song just popped into my head, and you must look it up because it is an amazing song. But it's by the Righteous Brothers. You've Lost those loving feelings, I believe it's called. It's an amazing song, and I feel it applies right here. Yes, this is an unevenness here. This could also be representing kind of like the lost in faith, like the broken heart, where there was these beautiful loving feelings, but someone abused their trust here. And now this cup of love has spilled over. I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you, Scorpio. There we go. I have the Fool in the reverse again. So again, this is like we've lost faith in the connection. This is us not wanting to go on this journey any longer. I have the Page of Pentacles. So this could be someone trying to come forward and offering some kind of token of appreciation. This could be flowers or chocolates, some kind of gift, or they could ask to take you out to a treat, something like that. I feel like this person might be desiring to butter you up in some way. I have the Seven of Wands. And with these two cards together, I cannot unsee someone outright rejecting this offer. This is a very defensive position. Okay, this is someone that has put their walls up. There is someone trying to reach out, and this person is primed and ready to beat them away. Now, this can also represent that perhaps you are pushing other people away who are trying to reach out to you right now. Also, this card, when I get it, sometimes it's literally indicating that someone has blocked the other person, like on social media and on their cell phone, things like that. I have the Ace of Cups here again. So there is so much genuine love in this connection. But I feel like someone has lost their faith in the other person, that their perception of them has changed because of something that happened. Please clarify this reading for Scorpio. I have the Devil in the reverse again. So this is us releasing ourselves from this relationship. Oftentimes the Devil, and when it's talking about a connection, can mean that there was an intensity. You know, like the passion was off the charts. Sometimes this can mean that someone in the connection was a little obsessive or kind of jealous also. For some of you, you were literally dealing with someone who is struggling with some kind of addiction. I have the Five of Pentacles. This card can represent feeling abandoned and left out in the cold. All right, this is also a card that can sometimes represent feeling a little financially insecure, but I kind of feel like in this case, this is talking about how someone in this connection is feeling right now. I feel someone here, I think, is struggling with abandonment issues. I have the Two of Swords. So this is needing to make an important decision. Okay, but we don't have all of the information that we need, so we need to use our intuition. This is another card that can represent feeling guarded, because as you can see, this person is protecting themselves with these swords across their chest, protecting their heart. So Scorpio, I feel that you may have been put in a decision where you needed to end things, okay, in order to protect yourself. So this card is representing an ending that has taken place. But this also represents change and transformation. So maybe you feel like this person changed on you. Because I'm seeing many of you, like your perception of them, the way that you view them has changed. And I feel that it was because of some kind of behavior here. Okay, so I have Temperance. Temperance is a card that talks about moderation and patience. The feeling that I was getting here for some of you that resonate with this being someone who struggles with addiction, it may be alcoholism, because this card literally means to be in moderation. And as you can see, they have 2 cups in their hand. So it's associated with drinking. So in the reverse position, this is someone who is not practicing moderation, and they're drinking excessively. So you could have been in a situation where someone was kind of maybe an abusive drunk, or they didn't, some of them didn't act right when they were drinking here with the 7 of Swords. I realize it's only for some of you, but I wanted to emphasize that. But also this card in the reverse is lacking patience. We lost our patience. So if this person, if they were cheating, or if they were just engaging in toxic behavior here, love bombing, things like that, I feel like we lost our patience with this person and had to pull away. I have the Lovers in the reverse. So when I get this card, Scorpio, sometimes it means that we are in a soulmate or a twin flame connection. In the reverse position, this means that we are going through separation right now. So, and I'm seeing that here with the Death card. So we have the Star. Now this card talks about healing. All right, and I feel like this is very beneficial for those of you who resonate with there's someone struggling with addiction. This is a beautiful card to get, because this is hope for that person to heal. All right, but also this card is a guiding light, and also it's something that we wish on. So this card can represent a wish being fulfilled. I have the Two of Cups. Wow. So we have this twice now in this reading. And it comes right after the Star. So Scorpio, I feel like this person's greatest wish is to come back into union with you. But with the Fool being in the reverse, I'm seeing that we've lost trust in this person. We lost faith here. And some of us are not willing to go on this journey with them again. I have Justice in the reverse. So this individual is aware that they have been unfair to you in some way. All right, this means that justice has not been served with this card being in the reverse. We probably are in a state where we feel like they haven't learned their lesson and they haven't received their karma. I have the Three of Swords. So this means that there is some major heartbreak here in this connection. And for some of you, I feel like this is on both sides. I feel like this person is pining for you. And they realize that they made a huge mistake. So I have the King of Swords in the reverse. When I get this card in the reverse, sometimes it means that someone is unwilling to communicate. So it's another card that's kind of giving me feelings that for some of you, you're not in communication right now. When this card is in the reverse, it can also be the lower polarity of the King of Swords, which means that this could be someone who lies, who says really cruel things. I have the Tower. So I feel, Scorpio, that this person feels like they're going through a tower moment. They feel like the world has been ripped, is like crumbling beneath their feet and the rug has been ripped underneath them. This represents some kind of major and dramatic change. I have the Seven of Cups. So this card talks about confusion, being really lost and confused. It could also mean like daydreaming or dreaming in general. So you and your person might be dreaming about each other right now. I also, for those of you that resonate with addiction, this card also made me like just feel someone who is kind of like out in their head space under the influence of something. Kind of like practicing escapism. Here's another card that talks about wish fulfillment. Okay, so I feel like this person's greatest wish here is to come back into union with you. I have the Ten of Wands. So I feel like this is a very heavy burden for this person at this time. This can also represent a heavy workload, like being very busy, like having a lot going on that is kind of very stressful. I'm going to pull some Island Time Wellness. Whoa. I have Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So you two are mirroring each other at this time. I feel that when you are thinking of them, they are thinking of you. I have the snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder at the other woman. Okay, for some of you, this toxic behavior here may have been an involvement of a third party. And it's making you feel like there was competition here. I have not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. So sometimes the Devil card can represent someone kind of being obsessive and jealous. So that could have been a form of toxicity that you were dealing with, but also this self-sabotage issue here, where I feel someone might suffer with low self-esteem. And they may have acted out in ways that actually ended up crumbling the connection between you. For some of you, I'm feeling with the snake here, I'm feeling that there's some kind of third party here, not necessarily like in a relationship, but someone who kind of meddled in the connection. All right, Scorpio, those are all of the energies that I have for you. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time.